From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
On Saturday and Sunday, this channel exclusively reported that $1,400 third stimulus checks would be landing in bank accounts on March 24th. Two major big banks confirmed to viewers this channel over the weekend that a big drop of $1,400 third stimulus checks would happen on this 24th, and that paper checks would land thereafter. Well, guess what? Minutes ago, the IRS confirmed all these exclusives from LALATE. The IRS confirms that a major drop of your $1,400 stimulus checks will be landing on March 24th. Meantime, they confirmed that paper checks will be landing thereafter. I have all the breaking developments that have happened in the last few minutes. These reports from LALATE over the weekend have now been confirmed, item by item, line by line, by the IRS. The reporting in this channel has now been confirmed as in fact happening of this week, starting the 24th, of all the details. Meantime, breaking news about Tesla, as Tesla shares continue to surge after Cathie Woods' company or investment fund makes a major investment and major prediction across the board. Elsewhere, Royal Caribbean continues to surge upon news of reopening this June, but travel will be a little bit different. Elsewhere, big warnings today from the CDC. I have new videos from the CDC and Dr. Fauci about what's happening in half a dozen states across the country, a resurgence of the virus. The housing market, in turn, reported numbers this morning, not particularly good. I'll explain why. And then reassuring news from AstraZeneca as it passes the latest trial in the United States for testing of the next vaccine dose. Elsewhere, your new SBA head has been sworn in, but her website has yet to go live with your $5,000 EIDL grant. What's going on? A lot of breaking news, a lot of breaking videos, all for you, left and right, around the clock, and around the minute, as noontime LA kicks into high gear, starting right now. How are you? It's Home LALATE, your midday report. And I'm so excited for you because the viewers and I got it right. Over the weekend, a series of viewers had reported details to me of what was coming in from their banks. And I reported to you what they were hearing. I reported to you what the big banks were saying, what the direct deposit constitutions were saying, what the IRS stimulus tools were saying, and item by item, line by line, all the exclusive reporting of this channel from the weekend has now been confirmed as true by the IRS. How are you? It's noontime LA. I'm so excited for you because you got the news on Saturday, and the news was just confirmed by the IRS just shortly after about 10 o'clock on the West Coast here Monday, 3 days later. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because I deliver the news days ahead of time before it's confirmed. You get the news first here. Breaking and exclusive across the board. Also like this video. Let's see if we could do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member because, wow, this is the place where you want to be where people help one another. That help started this weekend when one viewer said that they were told by Chase that there was going to be a big drop of stimulus checks, the $1,400 third stimulus check, on March 24th. Then another viewer said they had heard the same from their Wells Fargo, a big drop on March 24th. Then I had a series of viewers, thousands of them, say that they had checked the IRS Check My Stimulus tool and it showed March 24th as a direct deposit date. And then I had people sending me screen grabs. Screen grabs of their actual alerts. This was one from Direct Express card saying a deposit will be available to your Direct Express debit card on March 24th at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This was not an anomaly. Thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers were getting these alerts. This channel does millions of views every few hours, every few days. And I was getting tens of thousands of viewers getting the same alert, March 24th, March 24th. And I reported in this video yesterday with the same exact title, March 24th. That was the title of this video yesterday. It's the title of the video today, that March 24th was going to be your big drop. IRS just said March 24th is going to be your big drop. Then I also reported to you that later this week, on March 26th, there's going to be a big drop of paper checks, and that those paper checks started to appear last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, that viewers were getting alerts from irs.gov that it's coming in paper check, not by direct deposit, that they were getting that alert even if they were Direct Express card members, even if they were big bank customers, they were getting an alert that, no, it ain't coming on your direct deposit, it's coming by paper check. And that they got the paper checks Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and also today. Guess what IRS said? We have sent out paper checks, and if you don't get it by direct deposit, you'll be getting it by paper check. And guess what? Earlier today on Mornings LA, the very first show this morning after early Mornings LA, I said, I think it's about 50% of the viewers are getting the paper check versus the direct deposit when they thought it was direct deposit. I mean, of the direct deposit viewers, I see about 50% at the moment. I see it very big, huge. IRS just confirmed it's a large, quote, large number of direct deposit people are not getting it by direct deposit. They're getting it by stimulus, by paper check. Wow. This is all because of you. Because of you and your generosity, your kindness, your consideration for other viewers of this channel, that as a family together, we got the breaking news exclusive over the weekend, and we knew the situation days before these announcements from IRS minutes ago. Let me confirm again what the IRS statement minutes ago says. One, there is a second wave of stimulus checks that are going by direct deposit and have an effective date of March 24th, which I had also confirmed, that banks may hold it for March 24th. IRS also said the same, that you may get the funds physically in your hands before March 24th, but some banks may decide to release the funds on the 24th. Same thing I also said, which is what happened last Wednesday before St. Patrick's Day. I told you that March 17th was the effective date, and that's why banks like Chime and Cash App released it early to some viewers, but big banks decided to release it on the 17th because their policy was to release it on the effective date of the check. This time, the effective date is March 24th, exactly 7 days later. And yes, some banks are deciding to hold to release it on the 24th. They may release it on the 25th, and others are releasing it today. Then IRS said that a large percentage of you won't get it by direct deposit, even though you're expecting it. It's going to come by paper in the mail, which is paper check or debit card. And finally, they said, if you don't see it by direct deposit on the 24th, this is exact words from IRS, then start looking for it in the mail. My advice since last Thursday is start looking already. Why? Because people have gotten it in the mail. Thousands of viewers of this channel have already gotten it in the mail since last Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And even those that got it in the mail had an alert on irs.gov that it's not coming to this end of this week. Understand that IRS sent out the paper checks, not this week, not the end of last week, but the start of last week, last Monday. So a week ago today, IRS pushed out those paper checks. It doesn't take a week to get a check from Washington, D.C. to some parts of the country. Some parts of this country, you can get it in 2 days. Second, the direct deposit, this second wave, is pushed out last Friday. Sound familiar? Yes, the prior one was also on a Friday. That's why the irs.gov Check My Stimulus tool was changed on Saturday. It makes so obvious sense. This is why, as a community, I help you and you help one another. You know, I moved to this space in May, and my commitment has always been to ensure you get your money. To get your money, I'm not sitting here just reading a news report and then jumping to another subject matter after the stimulus package is passed. After the stimulus package is passed, I have to stay with you to ensure you get your stimulus check, to ensure you get your rent, your food, your utilities, to ensure you get your EIDL, to ensure you get your PPP, your hazard pay. All those things, I need to ensure that you get these things. Those people that simply just want to tell you something, then run for the hills, God bless them, but that's not how I do news. That's not how we do it here. So understand that the 24th is a key date and the 25th for direct deposit. But here is something of the language that I want you to pay attention to for that IRS statement. It's not particularly clear, the tone, but it says that if you don't get it by the 24th, start looking in the mail, meaning that it sounds like this may be the final wave for electronic payment. It doesn't say it's the final wave, but it sounds like it could be. Again, we don't know. Certainly, we heard the first wave was the only wave. That was what we were originally told. We were told we believed up to just to this morning that the first wave was the only wave, but suddenly we're told now there's a second wave. So why is there suddenly a second wave? And is the second wave the final wave for electronic disbursement? I have a feeling it is. I have a feeling it is. The great news is you are getting it. Congratulations. Let's go over the banks that have paid stimulus checks so far to viewers of this channel. And the great news is that if you bank with these banks, you're likely to get it on the 24th. Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People United's Bank, US Bank, PNC, Capital One, Lake Michigan Credit Union, USAA, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, BB&T, and Wood Forest, along with Chase Bank America, Wells Fargo, H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, and also TurboTax. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. It really helps in the algorithm ranking. I really appreciate all the new subscribers on this channel in the last few days. We're doing a great job. We're adding about 1,000 every 24, 48 hours. So let's keep it going. You understand the commitment of this channel is to ensure that you give money. A lot of people literally have jumped ship and left you high and dry and don't care a darn whether you get your check or not, and they're off to telling you about how to invest in Bitcoin. It's sad. It really is sad. They really didn't care that you got the stimulus check or not, because they're off on another subject matter. They delivered whatever they needed to do, and away they go. That's not my commitment to you, and my commitment to you starts right with this person today as well. Where is that video of her? You know which video I'm about to queue up. You know which video I'm about to queue up. It's this one. Yeah, there it is. There's no scarf involved. There's no scarf involved. But here is your new SBA.gov head. She was sworn in today. She's Javita Late 2.0. Casillas Late, Guzman Late, depends on what you call her. But the problems are still there. The moving goalposts are still there. She was sworn as the new SBA head this morning, and guess what? Guess what? If you go to the SBA.gov website, there is no EIDL grant of $5,000 that's under the third stimulus package. That's supposed to go live right about now, folks. It's not there. In fact, it says the only SBA grant we're going to give you is from 2020. What? It also says the PPP grant is closing March 31st. What? The PPP grant's on the third stimulus. What do you mean it's closing March 31st? It just passed the law. The shuttered venue grant says coming attraction. Sign up and we'll send you some information about it. And then the restaurant grant, not live. So guess what? I got a lot of money to get you, and I got to figure out what's going on with this person and her website. Moving goalposts. Bombshell. Here we go again. It's like 2020 all over again. Oh my goodness. Meantime, let me tell you the other things that are happening today. Tesla got a pop today, and Tesla got a pop as the big investor in Tesla, of course, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, which has a major stake in Tesla, and every time she talks about it, she does get the benefit of it, said that she has a projection that the stock will go to $3,000 by 2025. Also making news today, Royal Caribbean. Among young investors, a lot of young investors like Royal Caribbean stock because it's a reopening play. Reopening play refers to companies that are reopening. So you buy them when when the industry is closed, and you hope when they reopen they have a lot of money. Well, Royal Caribbean will be reopening in June, but it'll be a little bit different. Crews will be fully vaccinated. Guests must be vaccinated before coming on board, and children under 18 must have a negative test result. Elsewhere, the housing industry posted numbers today, and they're not particularly good. I have those details coming up. And also AstraZeneca, breaking news about AstraZeneca, and also the shocking developments from the CDC. I have new video out from the CDC about where we're going in the next few days because of resurgence. Yep, that bad word, resurgence. The breaking details, if you're just joining me, is that $14 third stimulus checks will be landing in your bank account March 24th, but could be there before then. And they could be in your mailbox today. Check everything. Check everything. The great news is this is everyone. This is everyone. I always have to repeat that, but I just have to pinch myself. Repeat it, dude. Repeat the messaging that this is for everyone. SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, people who don't file taxes, do file taxes, everyone and everyone. March 24th, stimulus checks will land by direct deposits. If that's not you, it's coming by paper check. And the paper checks were sent out last week, so they could land in your mailbox today. I'll have more about this developing details in just a second, but first, here's a little bit about today's programming schedule. Be back with you in 60 seconds, and I'll jump into live chat with you as well. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right after this as I have another live video, and I'll be more in the live chat with you as well. Thank you for joining me. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. Let's see if we can do 2, 3, 4, 5,000 likes, and also consider becoming a member. During the commercial break, I saw some of your comments. One of the comments people were saying was, I don't show anything pending. Understand, you likely would not show anything pending. 9 out of 10 times, viewers do not show anything pending. It just appears. That's the first thing. So if you are awaiting a direct deposit, it may not show pending. It never often does, 9 out of 10 times. Second, if you had first stimulus by direct deposit or second stimulus by direct deposit, a large, that's the IRS's word, a large number of you are not getting by direct deposit. It's coming by paper check. I'm reporting, I think it's about 50% of the viewers of this channel who are expecting direct deposit are getting by paper check. Why? Because they went to irs.gov and they got the alert. It's not coming by direct deposit, it's coming by paper check. To which viewers asked, why? That's a great question. I love the question. There has never been an answer to it. The question was asked of IRS in December of 2020. Why did the second stimulus checks land by paper check or mail, debit card? When people had set up a direct deposit, they wanted it by direct deposit. Why did it come by mail? IRS, there's actually no reason to understand why. That if you set up by direct deposit, you may get direct deposit, but you may also get by paper, by mail as well. When asked, how about people who got the first stimulus check by paper, would they get also by paper? IRS in 2020 said, you may also get it by debit card. This time around, the language is a little bit different. This time, the language is a large percentage of those people expecting direct deposit are getting it by mail. I'm reporting it's up to 50% because I'm seeing that many viewers saying that they're using the IRS Check My Stimulus Check tool, and it's saying it's coming by mail. Now, here's what's important to know about that tool. Viewers who use the tool to track the delivery of the stimulus check see the date of generally March 27th, 6th, and also 5th. But the most common date that the IRS tool shows is the 26th. But here is a message I want you to understand, is that no one is getting an IRS result that says on the tool stimulus check by mail before then, and yet they are getting it before then. So if you see the IRS tool and it says the 26th, it may come before then. If you use the IRS tool and it shows no information, what does that mean? Let me go over that as well. A lot of people have been asking throughout the day, what does it mean when you use the IRS tool and it shows no information? It means much of nothing. It doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean you don't file tax returns, they don't know where you exist. It doesn't mean you're on benefits, they don't know who you are. It's generally the result of not recognizing the way you type in the address. Meaning that the way that tool is very finicky, it's very particular, that if you don't abbreviate or punctuate the address exactly the way they have it inputted into their system, they don't recognize you with that address, meaning they don't know who is who. It doesn't mean you're not getting a stimulus check. It's because you type in STREET and then it wants an ST period. It's very finicky. So that's what that means. But great questions across the board. Meantime, what's going on with the housing market? Let me get to that shocking development. The housing market is continuing to struggle. And this is not good because this concerns the general economy as well. The supply of houses fell nearly 30% in the month of February, the largest annual decline ever in recorded U.S. history. And the number of homes sold in the month of February fell 6.6%. That number was a big drop. Elsewhere, also what's happening is the concerns of the resurgence of the virus. A new report released on Sunday said that 20 states showed that they made a mistake in relaxing COVID restrictions. By midday today, that number has now grown to 25% of states now show a resurgence of the virus. New Jersey, which you're looking at here, under Governor Phil Murphy, had relaxed its restrictions, and now Murphy says, I made a mistake. The state is showing a 10% increase of COVID cases in the last week. This is before spring break data comes in. My guess is we won't be reopening further capacity for some time because of the caseload, said the governor in a statement this morning. That was before those shocking videos from Miami, South Beach, and elsewhere about spring break, in which there's deep concern that the growing virus in certain states is much more prevalent than we ever thought before. A new video released by the CDC director this afternoon, or just a few minutes ago, explains the resurgence of the virus across the country and why the relaxing of standards in some states was a big mistake, with now 25% of the states showing a surge again. Let's listen in.
Cases and hospital admissions after the consistent declines we saw in these outcomes in early January through the end of February, I consider to be very concerning. In addition, while deaths continue to drop, they remain at elevated levels, and in the past week, the rate of decline of deaths has slowed. We also know that the trajectory of the pandemic varies across the United States, with some states and regions of the country, such as the Northeast and the Upper Midwest, are beginning to again see a significant rise in cases. Taken together, these statistics should serve as a warning sign for the American people. As I have stated before, the continued relaxation of prevention measures while cases are still high and while concerning variants are spreading rapidly throughout the United States is a serious threat to the progress we have made as a nation. Increasingly, states are seeing a growing proportion of their COVID-19 cases attributed to variants. The newly identified variant B1427, B1429 is estimated to account for 52% of cases in California, 41% in Nevada, and 25% in Arizona. And the B117 variant is estimated to be responsible for 9% of cases in New Jersey and 8% in Florida. Believe me, I get it. We all want to return to our everyday activities and spend time with our family, friends, and loved ones. But we must find the fortitude to hang in there for just a little bit longer. We are at a critical point in this pandemic, a fork in the road, where we as a country must decide which path we are going to take. We must act now, and I am worried that if we don't take the right actions now, we will have another avoidable surge, just as we are seeing in Europe right now, and just as we are so aggressively scaling up vaccination.
You'll see in the video coming up after this on LALATE, the Dr. Fauci is very concerned as well because we plateaued at a very high level number of people infected in the United States, 30, 50,000 per day. He's concerned that we plateaued too high and then lifted restrictions to that level number. Meantime, the CDC head also said today that not particularly as many Americans as you think have actually been vaccinated with both doses. Her number was very low. I can't remember. I think it was about 24 or 27%. So it's not particularly a high percentage of the American people have yet to be vaccinated. Even though the president's talked about 100 million vaccinations, it's not a lot of people across the board who have received the 2 doses. The president started today with the push for fourth stimulus, and that push started with his Council of Economic Advisor appearing on broadcast news saying that the infrastructure bill is alive and kicking. That infrastructure bill will be certainly the topic of discussion of this channel in the next few weeks because in there will be fourth stimulus. But let me cut back to the breaking news in just a second. First, let me jump into the live chat and answer some of your questions right now. Let's see some of the questions that viewers are asking about the $1,400 stimulus check. There is, let's see. Ooh, comments are flying, my Lord. Let's see if I can drop it. Let's see. These people are in and out without masks, don't care about getting viruses spreading. It's Pharnicia. I agree. Absolutely true. There's Roberto. What happens if the mailman actually puts the stimulus checks in someone else's mailbox? Can they cash it? No, you can't cash a third-party check. But throwing away a stimulus check if you didn't watch for it is a big issue. And I have seen a lot of people talk about the concerns of moving addresses. I agree with you. It is a big concern. Addresses have changed during the pandemic. People have been evicted. So I do know that is a big concern. That has been my number one concern for you for the stimulus check as well. Let me see some more of the comments. No information on the IRS tool, says Dela. You know, Della. Thank you for your comment, Della. So that's certainly going to be the case with a lot of you. You may not see any update on the IRS tool, but the update from IRS was a statement from the entire agency this morning. The entire statement from the agency is you're getting your paper check if you're not getting it by direct deposit on the 24th or 25th. So that is the latest update. Then there is Neil. Neil says, I called Direct Express and they have a recording. Guess what, Neil? That recording is from last week. Guess what? The recording is not updated. Guess what? The IRS has now trumped that recording by indicating the stimulus is being delivered by direct deposit on the 24th. The most up-to-date information of this channel, the most up-to-date information was this channel's viewers over the weekend. And those channels viewers over the weekend who are on Direct Express actually got an alert from Direct Express that a deposit's coming on the 24th. Or they're able to get Direct on the Express on the phone and said it's coming on the 24th. Or they're able to go to irs.gov and learn it was coming on the 24th. And now the latest information from IRS is you're getting it on the 24th, not weeks from now. That recording has been categorically incorrect. And now the latest information from IRS confirms it's incorrect. You're either getting it on the 24th or it's not even going to Direct Express. It's going in the mail. But thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. That's why you have to really stay with current news, not something that was recorded days ago. My sister did her taxes 1 week before March 17th and changed all her info. My question is, will she get her $1,400 on the new info or the old info? That's a great question, Novia. I really appreciate that. So the answer is no. If you filed your tax return in in the first few days of February, when the window opened, I believe it was February 12th, that did work for some viewers of this channel to update their bank account information. They got their direct deposit on the 17th. For viewers who did it after that date, it does not work because IRS has not processed the tax return. So no, if you have filed your tax return after mid to late February and it still shows pending, no, that will not work to update the direct deposit information about the stimulus check. Also, one message I haven't delivered in a couple of days, so let me deliver that message right now. If you have a bank account that has been closed, IRS will attempt the closed account, and when it fails, then it'll send it by paper check. You have to hope that it tried it on the 17th. You have to hope they tried the closed account on the 17th and that the paper check is going out now. You know, the other alternative is that they try it this week and it fails and then the paper check's going out. Let me tell you the dates at which payments have been sent out by IRS. IRS now confirms everything that I've been telling you since this morning, which is the wave of stimulus checks by direct deposit went out a week ago Friday. So that Friday after the bill was the push for the electronic. The paper checks went out last Monday, and the second wave of direct deposits went out last Friday. So the paper checks are already in the mail. So you may get the paper checks right away. Now, IRS does say the paper checks may take a few weeks to get. It's not particularly clear why they say that. Sometimes they say these words and you're not particularly clear why do they mean it takes a few weeks to get something in the mail. You know, if we're sending something from DC, why does it take a few weeks to get it where I am? Let me read you the exact quote. Taxpayers who do not receive a direct deposit by March 24th should watch the mail carefully in the coming weeks for a paper check or a prepaid debit card. So does that mean there's going to be several waves of paper checks after the first wave that went out, even though there was a wave last Monday? We don't know just yet. But I'll have more big details for you as we go into the next video. Let me tell you the big update where we are right now. A big drop of your stimulus checks. Your $1,400 third stimulus checks will land by direct deposit on March 24th. Now, understand that the push occurred last Friday. This is the direct deposit. And that IRS confirms that banks may release the funds before the 24th, but others may not. The big banks historically have not. Under the 17th, the March 17th drop, the big banks said, no, we'll release them on the 24th. This is what I've been reporting since Saturday, and the IRS has now confirmed it. Meantime, IRS also confirms if you don't get the stimulus check by direct deposit on the 24th, start watching the mail. I've been saying since last Thursday, watch the mail already. Viewers started getting the stimulus checks last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and more got it today. A lot of details, a lot of breaking news. I'll have more video from the White House and Dr. Fauci coming up more in just a second. And also I'll be jumping live into the chat and answering your questions one by one in the next video in just 2 minutes from now. So stay with me as Noontime LA continues.